and you are listening to the #1 talk business show in all of the Villes. I mean, from Statesville all the way to Huntersville, and I am here with Reese Arlen. He is Business Marketing Solutions Group co-owner. Reese, thank you so much, buddy, for being here. I appreciate it. And we are here with my good friend Danny Decker, whether he will admit it or not. And we're talking to him about his brand new book, Automated Marketing Machine. Am I got that right?
It's the Automatic Marketing Machine.
Automatic Marketing Machine. And what I want to talk about before the break, you wrote in page 7, which means you after my heart, right? I didn't even get into the book, and I saw the statement, which says, your machine will become one of the most valuable assets of your business. Danny, I know you wrote that just because you wanted to please me, but that's true, buddy.
Yeah.
And it's a futuristic thought, right? Most small business people don't get that. They don't see, man, if you can create a lead generation system, that has real value for a buyer.
Yeah. Well, Joe, one of the first lessons I learned when I was building my first business probably 10 years ago came from the book E-Myth by Michael Gerber. And one of the things he taught was you need to build your business as if you're going to sell it. Whether you actually intend to sell it or not, you need to build a business that is sellable, which means it can work without you. And so obviously that has an operational component, right? Like you have to have a business that can operate without you, but your marketing is absolutely, and I would argue possibly the most important piece of that conversation. And I'm sure you can speak to this, Joe. If you're trying to sell a business and there's no marketing machinery built, and the entire business is funded solely by the owner going out and networking and hustling and his blood, sweat, and tears is the only strategy for bringing new customers into the business. Well, that doesn't have a lot of value to a buyer, right? Because the buyer doesn't want to take that on. Like nobody wants that responsibility. So building a marketing machine that runs without the day-to-day involvement of the owner, I would argue is one of the very most important things you should do as a business owner, whether or not you're going to sell your business, but especially if you are going to sell your business.
It's funny you say that because in my world, if the owner's doing a lot of things and they're doing them successfully, they think it adds value. The truth is it doesn't. Because I, as the buyer, I can't do that, right? I can't, if you go to 10 networking functions a week, you know what I mean, and you have a wonderful, charismatic personality and attract people to want to buy your product and services, I can't do that. And so I can't put the value on it that you want because I cannot duplicate what you're doing. And what you're talking about, let's create a system that does create leads that can be duplicated. And that's the big difference here.
Exactly. No, I would imagine, Joe, when you're selling a business, the less the owner does, the more attractive the business is,
sure.
Right? Because nobody wants to buy a job. And so marketing is exactly the same. And we call it the automatic marketing machine. And what I want to communicate is that it's more than just, it's not, you can't just go buy a single piece of software, right? It's not as simple as just go buy this program and everything's gonna, your marketing's gonna run itself, right? It takes time, it takes planning, it takes building a team, it takes working with vendors, there are a lot of components that go into your machine, right? But at the end of the day, that's the vision I want small business owners to have for their marketing. They're trying to build a machine that produces a steady flow of customers and prospects without their day-to-day attention.
And the reason why you're the perfect guy to write this book is because I know this about you. When I send you to clients, right, your job is to help them find the different components. It's not one company that's going to do everything for you for marketing. It might be 4 different companies doing 4 different pieces. This is the machine you're talking about putting together.
Yeah, exactly correct. It's a combination of working with other companies, of working with internal staff. But listen, it all starts, and I know we got to go to a break in a second here. Maybe we can pick this up when we get back. It all starts with the strategic blueprint, right? And that's the mistake that I think most small business owners make, is they just bounce from vendor to vendor, software tool to software tool. They don't have a strategic blueprint in place, and so they never get results.
You just hit on exactly what I'm talking about. We come back. Let's take a break, and we come back. You are talking with Danny Decker. He is the man. He is the marketing master. If it's Friday morning, your business matters. We'll be right back.